Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you all for stopping by. Hey, hi, hello, how are you? How's it going? Hope you're well. Regarding the giveaway, please stay tuned to the end. I do have a winner picked. So if you had entered, just stay tuned to the very end of the video where we announce who the winner is. If you are the lucky person chosen, please reach out to me either on Twitter. My handle is linked down below, or you can just leave a comment down below as well. Whichever tickles your pickle is fine by me. And we will have a little powwow. Make sure that you don't have any allergies or caffeine sensitivities or anything like that before I go and pick out your stuff. So stay tuned for that. Now that we got that out of the way, we're just gonna travel back over to Chantal land, because why the hell not? Last night, I sat through her 2-hour live, bored as hell, trying to figure out why this is content. There is a little something I want to discuss that kind of leads into my upcoming video that I'm planning to make about Chantal's community, which is I also believe is linked directly to toxic positivity, which I kind of want to discuss. Paint a picture as to why would a group of people want to hang out in her live streams when it's so clearly boring. And the thing that they kept saying over and over again is, oh, I love these members only chats. There's no negativity in here. And I think it's kind of a breeding ground for this toxic positivity mentality. If you critique someone, they don't hear, hey, I'm just trying to help you out. Nobody's perfect, yada, yada, yada. This is what I see. You might want to take a look at this. Instead, they hear, you're a bad person, you do bad things, you're horrible, you're fat, you're ugly, bully, 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 negative, negative, negative. There's a group of people who are like out, if that makes any sense. So I was bored with the content, so to speak, but it was also kind of interesting to watch the dynamic unfold with her community chat, because it was all members only. There wasn't a lot of interaction going on, and the interaction that was going on was just diehard fans. And yes, there were no trolls. However, I've watched numerous Chantal live streams, and yes, every now and then you see something that somebody maybe shouldn't have said. Some things go too far, but for the most part, it's just your typical criticism of someone who is portraying themselves as a train wreck. You're gonna put that out there to the internet, you're gonna get feedback from viewers. Now, if it looks like you're destroying your health, your body, doing drugs and all that stuff, expect to get criticism. However, in this community they've created, they're trying to create this bubble around Chantal to where she doesn't get any criticism. Now, criticism is part of life. We're all not immune from it. None of us are perfect. I'm certainly not perfect, never claimed to be. And we're all going to receive criticism. I receive criticism from my viewers. I know I'm just not going to be able to please everyone. So here we are. I'm sitting here because, to be honest, this couch is way more comfortable than the chair was. Now, people may miss the sign and all that stuff, but honestly, I'm more comfortable. And there'll be other people like, thank God she's not sitting in front of all that clutter. There's just nothing you can do. And there's some things that Chantal is, there's things like that I've seen in her chat that's like, there's really nothing you can do about it, so why worry about it? Yeah, just take it and decide what you want to do with it, and whatever you decide to do with it is what you do with it. At the end of the day, it's not the end of the world, right? I mean, this is amateur hour here. What I'm putting out to you is essentially amateur hour. So I'm glad you enjoy it. And I appreciate the criticism and the feedback, and I do take it into consideration, and I'm not hurt by it, you know? So, but with Chantal, it's just like, she can't handle that. And I think she's kind of put this job onto her friends. And I feel like they maybe feel like they have to take on the role of protecting her from negative forces. I don't think they'll exactly put it that way, but it was just something I noted last night. She was talking about how people were putting a spell on her. And I don't know if she's serious or not. She does have a lot of talks about paranormal things, ghosts and what have you, and monsters, and I don't know, man. Listen, paranormal, whatever, believe it, don't believe it, it doesn't really matter, but I don't believe people can put spells on us, and I don't think deep down she believes it, but I find that an odd thing to bring up. I mean, it just literally came up out of nowhere, you know, and it's like, why did you say that? That's such an odd thing to say. And I think it comes down to, someone puts a spell on me, it makes my actions out of my control because someone else is controlling me. Someone else is being my puppeteer. So therefore I don't have to claim any responsibility for anything that I do because it's a curse. I mean, and I think it's the subconscious thing that she does. I've seen it over and over again, and it's so subtle that I think it can get overlooked. But if you really go looking for it, you'll see it. You'll see how she sets this up. She kind of manipulates her audience, and she's kind of molding her audience into this toxic positivity. And then she puts out stuff like, so-and-so put a spell on me. See, they put that doll out there, da-da-da-da, and they feel like they have to circle the wagon and protect her. Oh, Chantal, my goodness gracious. And they couldn't protect her. And it's beyond me why she didn't just switch over to members only. I mean, I'm not sure why she didn't do that, other than the fact that she was probably so upset it didn't occur to her to do it. I think she had a lot more going on in her mind. Now, I didn't see everything. I can't watch her all day. This is not how I want to spend my day off, you guys. What I saw was a meltdown. I feel like I witnessed the rug being pulled out from under her. A picture of a penis.
I am dead inside.
She might truly believe it's not his. And I think it's just this defense mechanism that she has so well ingrained into her. Like, I have to explain something about the mind of an addict, because she might disagree and her viewers might disagree with my assessment of her, but I'm gonna tell you, it doesn't have to be drugs you're addicted to. She's addicted to chaos, she's addicted to drama, and she's definitely self-admittedly a food addict. So yes, she has addictive inclinations. She craves the attention of all of us. She's not consciously aware of it. It's something I've seen with myself. Like, I literally believed myself when I would say, oh, no, I'm going to the bar, but I'm not gonna go drink. And I would be legitimately mad at you for thinking that I was gonna go drink, because I, in my heart of heart, believed that's not what was going to happen. And it's kind of this dynamic that needs to be understood. That's kind of is one of the most frustrating characteristics of an addict, is the fact that they believe their own lies to the point of where this lie is in fact a reality, even though it's not. And it's so complex and so deep. So yeah, I think she does, to an extent, believe her reality, her false reality, to be true. So she doesn't She shuts down in her mind. It's just a defense mechanism that she's built over the years from whatever has happened to her in her childhood and her adolescence, to where she needs to protect herself any means necessary, this flight or fight, you know, feeling that she has. And she will shut it off and be like, nope, it's not him. And maybe it is him. But she's not gonna say that, because that would involve being humiliated in front of thousands of people. Would you want to do that? I don't fault her for it. Like, I don't expect her to fess up and be honest with us. It's not that deep. It's not. It really isn't. Yet this guy she's banging on a mattress on the floor is seeing other people. Who saw that coming? Side note, she got really upset with me when I said that to her. The fact that she found out her man is seeing other women. No. But I don't feel bad either, because I think this is good for her, because I think it helps break down this wall of denial she has created between her viewers and herself and the people that she keeps in her life. That she has created this wall of denial. And when something gets taken down and deconstructed, it's very upsetting to her, which can be very entertaining for the rest of us. But from my perspective, I find it very necessary. So yeah, I knew he was cheating on her. The second they found profiles on dating apps of him, I was like, well, I mean, for one, you're doing him on a mattress on the floor. I mean, that in itself is super sketchy. So no, I'm not shocked he's seeing other people. Why are you? Wait, that's because the wall of denial. So yeah, she's very upset. Now, I was very adamant to her about not going to his house, because I knew if she went, she would potentially humiliate herself. And I just feel like that's just detrimental to her. So I kept saying, don't go, don't go, don't go. I even suggested that she donate his clothes to Goodwill. Like, I'm sorry, you did his laundry while he's banging some other girl potentially behind your back. I ain't gonna blame you if you said I donated his clothes to Goodwill. We ain't all pious and holy. Like, I wouldn't have felt bad about that. And honestly, I would have kind of been here for that. Like, if she live streamed herself going to Goodwill donating clothes, I would have been like, we all warned her and she refused to listen, which I did say to her. You don't want to listen to anything we have to say because you denounce it to us being haters and bullies and fat shamers, and we're mean. And yet in the same breath, last night on the live stream, you compared his nose to the nose of Alf.
Hi, Grandma.
Oh my God!
Have a seat.
But that's okay for you. Cool. Gotcha. You know, Chantal, if you're gonna draw a line in the sand, then you need to stand behind it and say, this is the line, you can't cross it, and then you can't cross it. You compared his nose to Alf's nose. That's pretty rude. Live, laugh, love. No, that is not reality. And that's a lot of people. There's a fly in here, but I promise I will not scream like Chantal did. Oh my God, she screamed like a banshee over some mosquitoes. That was a performative moment on her part. I feel like it was just over the top and completely unnecessary. The way she screamed at Pete's like that, I was just like, how old are you? It's a mosquito. I'm glad she didn't do anything too stupid, as far as I can tell. I think she's had to learn a lot of things the hard way, and that just comes with refusing to listen to anyone else. Defiance comes into play for her when somebody suggests she does something. Like, if someone offers her advice, she's immediately defiant towards that advice. No, I'm not gonna do that. You don't get to tell me what to do. Where she thinks that because we're giving her advice, that we are dictating. What she hears is that we're dictating to her what we think she should do. Her reaction to all advice is to ignore it immediately, disregard it, push it to the side, tell you you're stupid, put you down, be mean about it. And then in the same breath claim, accuse us of being mean, bullying, fat shamers, ableists, all of that stuff, when it's you. Here we are. And I think once you understand that behavior, like when she reacted so poorly to me, I kind of expected it. I wasn't shocked that she reacted the way she did. I actually laughed. I was like, of course she's mad. She's like, well, that doesn't, I said something like, yeah, we all know. And she goes, well, thanks. I didn't know, I didn't know that then, or something like that. She said something very defensively. And I was like, yeah, because you disregarded everything we said to you. It's not this ego that I feel like you need to listen to me. It is for some people. I have some people in my life that violently give me advice. And I make them feel like I'm listening to them and I'm understanding them. But I know where they're coming from. So I'm not necessarily going to do what they say. And also, I think there are people in our lives who don't believe that we are capable of managing our own lives. So there's always going to be someone in your life that thinks you're not capable of managing your own life, and they understand your life better than you do, and they know what's best for you. And those people, I always say, let them feel like they're giving you advice and let them watch it play out and watch how you handle it. And then when it's all said and done, they'll see that you didn't take their advice. And you'll say, see, I know how to handle things. Is it going to sink in? No. But it sure does make it easier to deal with people. So, I think, the internet is just riddled with unsolicited advice. You know what I mean? It's just part of the joys of the internet. And I think she just thinks that people don't know what they're talking about, and that she knows what's best for her. But the fact of the matter is that everything she's portraying shows us the exact opposite. She has no idea what she's doing. I think when people have experienced seeing you at a low point, they can tend to be protective and they don't want to see you go through that again. Maybe he truly did deceive her because she was paying his bills. Now, she very much put her foot down when someone said, are you paying his rent? She said, no, I'm not paying his rent. But were you? But were you paying his rent? You were doing his laundry. Were you paying for his drugs? I mean, you did say that in the past, that you paid for stuff, that you bought his groceries. I mean, come on, give me a break. Telling us the truth isn't going to mean we think you're a piece of shit. It just gives us something to work with, to where we could help you better. That's kind of like part of therapy. Therapy doesn't work unless you're honest. You got to have somewhere to start. So you got taken for a ride. Well, who hasn't? As far as being manipulated, age does not matter. You are never too old to be manipulated by somebody. And if you've never had a serious relationship, I mean, I know, okay, she's been with Pete's and BB, but I feel like those relationships were extremely sheltered. And I don't think she's ever had any real experiences with any shady characters. Pablo. I don't think she's ever had an experience with someone like him before. And I think he manipulated the shit out of her. And she's never been manipulated on this level before. And I'm pretty sure that this is all new to her. And I'm going to tell you, you are never too old to be manipulated. Okay? With life experience comes the less likeliness of you being manipulated. If you've been manipulated in your 20s or in your teens, if you've had those experiences, then once you hit your 30s and your 40s and you're like, I ain't got time for this shit. I've already lived this. For me, fuck, Get a fuck. Hey man, I'm just a little short on cash. I'd be like, then get a job. I need some like extra cash to pay my rent, and let me just blame society and the whole country of Canada on my problems, my inabilities to manage my money due to my big time drug addiction. But it's everyone else's fault, and she's never met anyone like this in her life. So she's like, wow, yeah, totally. And she's probably high when he's telling this to her. So, I mean, it's so much easier to believe shit when you're high. Whereas someone tried that with me, I'd be like, so you're saying it's the country's fault that you're an idiot? Honey, that ain't the country's fault. That's you. That's a you problem. That's not a Canada problem. That's a you problem. I'm going to go back to Egypt because these people are horrible to me, and I'm going to go back to Egypt. And I'm like, okay, you do that, boo. You do that. You go back to Egypt. Wherever you go, boo, there you are. So you go ahead and be you in Egypt. Let me know how that works out for you, because I feel like you left Egypt for the same reason you want to leave Canada right now. Your drug addiction's spiraling out of control, and you need to make a geographical. Seems like something you like to do. I'm telling you, wherever you go, there you are. And I think she's gotten that from him, because she's never really talked about traveling. Like, I don't think she's ever had this desire to go anywhere. Yeah, she wanted to go to the Dominican Republic, but she's never talked about going anywhere. Like, I don't think she's ever had any interest in going places and experiencing things and learning. She just doesn't have that desire. And I think she's getting it from him, because she's like, I just want to get out of here. No, to an extent, yeah, she likes to go for drives and stuff, but I mean, she does have that characteristic to where it can be magnified to and put on a different level than we're used to, as far as, you know, life sucks, let me go for a drive. Now, life sucks, I need to run away to another country. Okay. So, Chantal, wherever you go, there you are. You're gonna be you in another country. Same shit, different day. New background, but same shit. And you're gonna meet the same people. Because that's what happens. You do a geographical, you go somewhere else, you think the grass is gonna be greener, you get there, and at first it's great, but then you start meeting the same people that you met in the old place. And then that place becomes shitty, and that place is the problem, and you need to go somewhere else. And you just keep doing that. Yeah, okay, that's gonna work out just fine for you. So maybe he has been to a bunch of different countries. That might be his thing. But I'm telling you, it ain't the country's fault you suck. You know, maybe go to rehab. So yeah, I love that about him. I love how he blames everyone for his shortcomings in life. That's cool. Typical, real typical. And he's teaching her some stuff, and she's new to this game. And at 37, it's not cute. Now, it's not cute to have an addiction at this age, but listen, I've been around for a while, you guys. I've met all different kinds of people from all different walks of life. This is not completely unheard of. Having an addiction in your late 30s, she's not the first one to do that. That's just some people's story. It's not unusual. So I don't know. I kind of cut her a little bit of slack on that, because she hasn't really lived, and I get that. I get the need to want to live. I don't fault her for wanting to live and experience life and you know, do that eat, pray, love sort of shit. It's like, do you not understand fiction from reality? God. Oh my God, please stop. Your nativity is just killing me. It's killing me, girl. I'm not sure why she mentioned he would be in jail.
That's suspicious.
Yeah, it's fine.
That's weird.
And I called her out on that, and her reaction and her response to it was kind of what I was expecting. Her to kind of walk it back. And I was like, but that is such an odd thing to say, unless it's true. So yeah, he has a problem, and he's pawning his problem off onto you, girlfriend. And if you take him back, it's gonna be worse. We have this opportunity to get her away from this loser, and we can just get her back on her eating fast food and talking shit to us and calling us bullies and fat shamers, which fine. And we won't have the cocaine problem that I so clearly see. If she cuts him off, she cuts it off. Like, I think this is a good spot to where she could easily just walk away and maybe just stick to the edibles, which I guess is fine until it gets on my nerves, because to be honest, it will eventually bug me. And not because I'm in recovery, but because no one should be taking that much edibles. So, I'm not a hater. Like, listen, I am the one person in the group that gets other people drunk. Because just because I can't get drunk doesn't mean you shouldn't get drunk. And I'll just drive your ass home. So, I mean, it's a win-win for you. You should have us sober people in your life so you can get wasted, and we're there to help you out, keep you making bad decisions, and we give you a ride home. And I will make sure you get home safely. And no, you ain't gonna call that guy. You ain't gonna text him. I will straight up take your phone from you while I laugh at you. But yes, I will laugh at you. So, you know, I mean, that's my fee. You dig? But seriously, not hating on her. So I know someone's gonna think that I'm some crusty old hag that's jealous that she's partying. Give me a break. I have not forgotten what it was like. And just because I can't doesn't mean I don't think everyone else can't. I don't want to see her make the same mistakes I made. And when you see someone and you see yourself in that person, it's not good. So, yeah. Anyways. We want her to walk away. So, Chantal, I'm your biggest cheerleader. You can do better. You do deserve better. That is the one thing I will agree with your chat. Yes, you do deserve better. Even though your attitude sucks and you're kind of an asshole sometimes. I think our viewers are just such a huge part of the problem. And yeah, I have been sitting there reading their comments, and like, seriously, it's so freaking toxic. I just, oh God. I would not want people like that in my life. As much as criticism and getting that feedback sucks, I'd rather get that feedback. Take care of yourself. Let's all say a little prayer for Chantal that she just gets off the cocaine mobile and maybe gets back on Tinder and finds somebody else who maybe sucks a little less than this guy. I swear to God, anything could be an improvement, but it could get worse. Let's hope that doesn't happen. So anyways, take care of yourself, take care of each other, and stay tuned for who is the winner. So yeah, that's all. Love you. Take care. Good night. Ready? Picking a winner, picking a winner. Who's it gonna be? Kim Stevens, you win.